What's good, everybody? It's the one and only Jabril back here with a Spider-Man 2 video, man. I've been wanting to make this video for about damn near 3 years now, close to 3 years now, ever since the game came out. And yeah, man, before I start, man, I appreciate the support and love from the last video, man. You guys, I didn't expect it to, to do that much numbers. Or support. I'm not really looking for too much from this channel, and I've been doing this YouTube shit for damn near over a decade, so I'm not really looking for too much. It's kind of just me just putting out some art, putting up my thoughts and things like that. So the format for this video is going to be the same as my last video. This isn't going to be like a deep review or a character analysis or whatever the case may be. This is particularly just going over 2 of the missions that I felt relates, to me and I would say a good portion amount of people that has been gaming and probably going through life and things like that. So the topic of this video for Spider-Man 2 is love, loss, and balance, man. I mean, there's 2 missions in particular that I felt really resonate towards that that message. And this is just pretty much just going over, just going over the 2 quests that I believe, delivers that message. So this isn't, like I said, a full review. This isn't like no story review. This is pretty much just going over the 2 quests. So I wouldn't necessarily say there's spoilers ahead, but if you haven't played the game yet, experience the game for yourself. As you can see, I'm using Miles Morales. This is one of my favorite suits in the game, man. This suit is fire, man. I mean, there's a lot of suits in the game that's good, but this one sticks out to me. I don't know if it's a colorway. I don't know if it's the eyes or whatever, but this one in particular resonates towards me. So getting into the game, man. I mean, yeah, man. This is one of those games that I just immerse myself into whenever I have those tough days, and it's just one of them games that you just turn off the HUD and you just swing around and you just spend time just playing mini games around the city, man. That's just how good this game is. In my opinion, this game should have been Game of the Year, but I can understand why. I can understand why there were other games that went ahead of this during this time, but it's all good. We don't hold any judgment towards other games. There's some games that would do better, some games that would do worse. It just is what it is. So the gameplay you're seeing is just me swinging around. You'll probably see some combat here and there, but getting into the video, man. So what is something that I believe this game does? This game does well. There's probably 2. I mean, you'll probably see through the thumbnail about one of the missions that goes through love and loss. The Find Grandpa side mission, to me, it really resonates towards that. I haven't personally lost a loved one that was like my wife or anything like that, but I have had situations and relationships that that I have love. I have loved someone and then I end up losing them, close to that time. And it doesn't have to be, in the sense of, losing them in the physical world, but it's more so just, losing that time or that same version of that person that you used to like love at that certain point. There's a point in time in your life where, you may meet someone and that person may give you certain thoughts and a certain feeling that you may have never felt before in your life, man. And it's really one of those things where especially when it's new, like you experience it so well and they give you that sort of energy that you haven't really felt for a long period of time. And just through life, you may meet a lot of people that gives you that sort of love, but nothing comes close to someone who truly loves you during that point of time, man. And I truly, and then just getting into the Find Grandpa side mission, there's even a letter that goes into it. A little bit of spoiler alert for that side mission, but there's a letter that if you read it, if you read that letter, and you really just take time to really let that letter marinate within your mind, you then start to understand that, oh shit, like this letter, I've probably received that letter before, you know, probably not in a physical form, but more so of just remembering, you know, how that person made you feel during that time, man. So it's really like seeing that quest and just experiencing the full, you know, nuance and everything that goes along with it. You know, it just it speaks different volumes when it comes to that, and just playing through the game and then knowing Miles' story and how that correlates with his character in the game. It just makes sense as to why, you know, as to why, you know, even if you lose a person that you love, at one point of your life, you know, you still hold that memory. You still have that place in mind. You still have, you know, mementos or just items that help you resonate towards that person. You know, it may be like, you know, it may be a relative that you used to be close with, or, you know, a wife. You know, if it's your mom, your wife, a spouse, you know, it could be anybody in this case. In this case, you know, we all are experiencing life through different routes, and you know, it's really one of those things where, you know, you when you experience life and you meet that person, and then one day they're no longer here, you then start to realize that, you know, there's only that place, or there's only that item that helps me keep me sane throughout this life, man, throughout this journey. So, just going over you know, that quest, and then going over the story in itself, like I just love how it just correlates, you know, with not just Miles as a character, but just you as a player. You know, like what is something that can help you get along with, you know, with the tough times, and especially through, you know, through loss and love and everything else, man, because it speaks volumes, man, especially when somebody's that close to you, and you realize that, you know, this person made you feel a certain way, and then now they're no longer there. You know, it's really one of those things that speak through life, man. So, um, so yeah, man, that's kind of what I take from Miles's, you know, side quest, and, you know, it's just his story in general, man. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you guys have any stories about the time where, you know, where you loved someone, or you lost someone, you can share it down in the comments and whatnot, and then from there, man, we can just chat along in the comment section, man. I would love to hear you guys' stories, and then yeah, man, we'll go on from there, man. You know, just swinging around and whatnot with Miles and stuff like that. So, so yeah, man, that's just what it is. That's just what I take from it. So, so yeah, here's the clip.
Right there. Hey there, sir.
Spider-Man? Whatever you think I did, I didn't.
Your granddaughter's looking for you, sir.
Granddaughter. Huh. Well, tell her I'll be back in a minute. I proposed to my wife here. Right here, where we sit.
Man, you're making the rest of us look bad. How'd you ask?
First off, we had to go to the zoo. Never met a soul who loved animals more than that woman. I was terrified. I meant to ask her at the meerkats. She said they reminded her of me, but my knees were knocking, man. I couldn't see straight. We left the zoo and just kept walking. Ended up here. She... If you saw her, man, just perfect. But clumsy. Nearly fell into that pond there. Face first. You ever been in love, Spider-Man?
Maybe.
It's beautiful. Nothing more beautiful. Can I tell you something, Spider-Man? I know I'm fading. It's scary as hell. Thought I'd be ready, but nothing gets you ready. Nothing. When I'm here, it's like she is too. Like I'm living it all over again. All nervous and sweating and whatnot. Then I look into her eyes and it's like I'm home. I was so nervous that day, Spider-Man. Almost didn't even ask. It's like I blinked and she's gone.
I'm sorry.
You said my granddaughter was looking for me? Let's go see her.
Just going over the clip, you can just hear it from Grandpa Earl's voice, you know, like he said it, man, nothing gets you ready, you know, and that's really one of those messages in life where, you know, there's truth towards that, you know, nothing gets you ready, you know, whether if you're in love, you know, whether if you lost somebody one day and the next day you just keep moving on through life. The important part is, you know, you keep moving and you keep your head up high and you keep moving on and you do what's right within your own self. And those are the messages that can really, you know, change your mindset and change your framework in terms of how you engage every day. You know, nothing gets you ready, man. The best thing you could do is be prepared when those days do when those days do happen, and then, you know, just taking in every moment and admiring, you know, the people who are around you, and then just cherishing every moment like it's your last, man. Like, because you never know, man. Like, any second, any minute, any time, you know, it could be your last day, man. But, you know, the best thing you could do is live life to the fullest. You know, prepare for the best and worst days. You know, and then just keep in mind of the things that can make you better every single day, man. Just be better than yesterday. You know, keep on the grind. You know, make sure you prioritize the ones that love and support you. You know, just so that, you know, God forbid, the day you do lose those people or you do lose those things, you know, your peace of mind is what you got left, and to keep on striving from there, man. So that was my overall, you know, analysis from that side quest. There's probably a whole lot more I want to get into, but this is just more so, you know, just so my thoughts on the side quest itself and what you can probably take away from there. And like I said, man, share your stories in the comment section, man. I would love to hear you guys' stories, whether if it's due to mental health or, you know, due to the topic at hand, man. But we're gonna move on to part 2, which is about balance, and this is gonna be more so in the Peter side of his mission. So we'll get into that, man. Whether you at work, you know, whether it's the weekend, whether you out with your guys, whether you out partying with your friends, things of that nature, you always gotta find balance within your life, man. You always gotta find balance. There was a point in time in my life where I basically threw too much of myself, and I realized I didn't have enough time to, you know, to go out, spend time with my loved ones, spend time with friends. And there's a point in time where you have to, you know, sit back and really figure out, you know, what is something that you need to prioritize in terms of the time you have left in this world, man. We are all going through borrowed time, and it is essential that we take care of the things that makes us feel whole, man. I mean, you would think 24 hours is so much time in a day, but, you know, it's really not, you know, especially when your schedule is so busy and you have so much to do and you have so much to take care of. And by the time you're done, you figure out, you know, what time is left for me to relax, to ease down, and really remind myself that, you know, there's always a tomorrow. You know, if, you know, God willing, there's a tomorrow for yourself, man. But going through Peter's side a little bit, like I said, it's spoiler-free video, but going through Peter's side, seeing all the things he has to take on, you know, through his relationships, you know, through his time with his friends, and just prioritizing what's important to him. You know, you really start to see yourself in Peter's shoes in the sense of trying to balance things out in the world that's around you, because you just never know. I mean, you do know, but you just never know, how much you could take on in the time that you have, and you end up being stressed out, and you end up just going backwards instead of going forward, man. So it's really one of those things that we can all relate to, especially for myself. Just creating balance and just prioritizing time with people that truly care about you and truly support you. Because if the other way was around, and you ask them for help, or you ask them to, do a favor or whatever the case may be, they will stop, and and then they will do what they can to make sure they get the task done at hand. So going through Peter's, quest, I'm gonna show you guys a cut scene from the main quest and the story that I believe we can all relate to, and that can help us, create that balance in life, and really just prioritize, just making time for people that help and support us, and try to just build on whatever we can, and just focusing on our goals and our ambitions, and what drives us to improve and make us feel better, man. So I'm gonna show you guys a cutscene, and I'm gonna give you guys my overall thoughts, and yeah, man, just what to look out for in this channel, man. So I'm gonna show you guys a cutscene.
Are a menace. Our phone lines are open. Menace, definitely a big bad menace. Let me tell you something about this thing called superhero. He's neither super nor a hero. So what does that add up to? A fraud? An attention seeker? A bunch of nonsense.
What was that?
What was what?
Peter.
Oh, I thought I heard a rat in the wall.
Hey, what's wrong?
It's nothing. I was just...
When I was your age, I was head of the debate club, captain of the soccer team, and second violin in orchestra. Every year, I wanted a new feather in my cap. But when I tried to add honor roll student on top, I fell apart. Instead of being good at a few things, I wasn't good at anything. So, I scaled back. Balance is a process, not a destination. I'm still working on that. Oh, come on. Come on.
Maybe May had a point. I can't take too much on. Something's gotta give. I should go check on MJ.
Going back to that clip, man, Art May said it best. Balance is a process, not a destination. Take a moment and just reflect that onto your life. Some of us may be 1 or 2 steps away from getting to our destination, getting to our goals, to get where we want in life. Some of us may need to take a step back and kind of just reflect more on what we need to prioritize in terms of getting better every single day. And that message in itself, can help you with your time management, or just being able to, just to prioritize the things you need to take care of before moving on to something else, man. And when you throw too much at yourself, like I said, it creates a lot of stress, and you can't get things done when you can't do things in order, or when things are all over the place. And even in Peter's case, in this situation, I mean, you seen it in his computer, assignment overdue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that assignment is overdue. Some of y'all in college, some of y'all gotta complete these papers, but at the same time, you gotta make it to your, to your social club, or you gotta make it to practice. So you gotta push things back in order to prioritize that over other things, man. And really, when it comes down to it, when you create that balance, you also have to sacrifice certain things to make it work. Like I said before, you would think 24 hours in a day is a lot of time, but then you start to realize that you can't squeeze in everything, during that time, and at the same time, you gotta really just make sure you check up on your peoples to make sure that they understand that this is what's going on, and this is where I'm at right now, man. So, and even in that, and even in Peter's side of the story, you'll get to see that, for those first time people that's gonna be playing the game, man. So that was my overall thoughts on that cutscene and just that message in itself, man. I mean, that's something that we can all relate to, and it's something that even with me, even just going like seeing that cutscene again, just replaying the mission and seeing that cutscene again, I realized throughout my own life that I had to create balance in order to squeeze in a lot of the things that I needed to do to reach my destination. And I'm almost there. I'm almost there, man. Even making this video, I had to, just push certain things back in order for me to, make sure I stay a little bit more consistent in this YouTube channel. So going forward, I mean, you guys will really see a lot more videos from this channel, especially from my last video I uploaded. There's gonna be more content like that. I'm thinking about doing this in a video essay format. I'm not sure. I'm just experimenting what works out in these videos. So just follow my socials, and then you guys will see all the updates and stuff like that. I'm more active on Twitter than I am on Instagram. So just be on the eye for new videos and things like that, man. But thank you guys for watching the video, man. Just show some love for this video. I put in some art into this, man. So and like I said, man, share your stories in the comments. I'll be active on there as well. I'll reply to whoever comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys, man. So it's your guy Jabrilmatic. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you made it this far, and more content is coming soon, more streams coming soon. Yeah, man, we're gonna see how far we can go through with this channel, man, and see what we can do, man. So love you guys, man. Hope you guys taking care of yourself. Keep your mental health in check. Check on your loved ones, and just show love to people who show love back, man. So peace out.